ha. Maybe about message be actually Afia Pokuaa. The way Afia Pokuaa understands issues in the country, a bit problematic. Listen to her here.
You follow the law. Into here then a TikTok are irrelevant. TikTok are on no politics, mainstream politics on kahon. Mukoche. Into President Mahama, one kasa. You see a word to the wise. O second coming no is a legacy. One ye. Obama enimguasia characterize o second coming no. And some of us are criticizing because we want to protect you from enimguasia. Because on crofone ebe ono de yodium for. Oh, ko jeli no fragile no ko jeli no. And the judiciary also must be warned. It is not only President Mahama na wan hwe ni ya. Omobema jeli we amenim guasia bana bam because see President Mahama second coming there were 3 clear issues. Obey 24-hour economy. Obey nko konketenkete. Oba be helping Ghana economy. And nesa niema kese miensan 24-hour economy any BBC o. 24-hour economy in catching headline or BBC ni CNN any Al Jazeera. In kokon ketting catching headline or BBC ni Al Jazeera. Jobs are creating catchy headline or BBC ni Al Jazeera. Nurses are also here before when catchy attention Al Jazeera. Name TikTok awako jeli neko international. Enuko CNN, eko BBC, eko Al Jazeera. Enti who NDC nene all the all supporters are they were mwana mugumu when must because they are more it is not going to international level. And Guasiana mo jen neko international level. Into force obi criticize no obi mo ne pe mo bonia. It is an evidence of mulo IQ no. Mo NDC full soldiers no.
Well, Afia Pokuaa say NDC for low IQ. I don't know how Afia Pokuaa is judging the IQ level of Ghana for. I would be categorized NDC for mum and a low IQ. Why? Because NDC for abman mumuno ya chi nipa edenetum nipa no TikTok. And then she believes say eno no ye nimguasie edema President John Dramani Mahama. I said ne Afia Pokuaa nka wani aje. And a President John Dramani Mahama je nimguasie. I said o de na efa ho. Say nka wo hallelujah na eso bo. E say nka na wo ba ye na nka to powder. Agu huna obo hallelujah. Na President nimguasie. President nimguasie. Say nka no be wow. Sometimes once I keep on referring to this kind of people, the so-called people who believe by themselves that they are educated in the society, they say they are not educated. They are not civilized enough. They are not refined. Afia Pokuaa is not a refined person. But the bad thing is, oh, you're bad. Oh, kasa. Now one here, what do level be? Because say, oh, now then I will kasa ti oba. But me wa bani kasa ti the people in the country on me. When I look at somebody like Afia Pokuaa, telling NDC for say NDC for low IQ, I get problematic with this kind of statement. We live in a society say police ni conducting duty, civilized duty, civic duty are buying their share and say based on the constitution say police ni we human are deal now we are deal now we arrest you be the nipa no kojina court judge it na komyam deliver a judgment then we get somebody who thinks that she is a journalist thinking she's so wise than the police, the security services, the judges in the country, and even the constitution of our country, and then goes on to chastise the certain president. It's a disgrace for the president to say, they are arresting TikTokers. Then Afia Pokuaa is saying, the mainstream media, Afia Pokuaa, when the channel media be here, you Ghana, mainstream media, and therefore, what is social media? Mainstream media, and then now here. What is the difference between GTV and MMA? Somebody can tell me. If you need to tell us. So, who are Peace FM? What is the difference between Peace FM and MMA? Because Peace FM, Peace FM, they are still streaming live on the TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, or whatever, on whatever, Facebook. Until you need to tell us, Mono, how do you see yourself? Are you people thinking that you people are much more educated? I say, yeah, another day. I feel I'm telling you, I'm much more educated times 4 than you. I am much more times 4 educated than most of the so-called journalists in the country. Don't think the person is not educated. No, I am very, very well a highly educated person. You need to go back and cross-check. I don't think you are more intelligent than President John Dramani Mahama. President John Mahama. President Jumo a Dawson, not that president, he needs to focus and do things. Professor Nana Jane, she is delivering a junior that and it's on my economy of the country, and go talking, and ya Colabia 77, not being for your question of command 1 year. That is not the focus here. I've heard of people who are trying to equate President John Dramani Mahama and then Kwalam Mudidi terminal in the country. Why being from a few Pokuaa? And say, I'm going tipen. So if you think that President John Dramani Mahama, a friend and another, a champ mafia for no Tiasia, won't even for Camille and compare President John Dramani Mahama. If you Pokuaa will tell and you were fair, and you will be a Wendy Simo. When I was one, I was born with someone and say, oh, now, and I say, man, can say, someone, hema, so who you will be. But we don't see you as anybody. Some of us do not see you. And then who co-likes and as anybody because you are nobody. When I was one, there be a kitchen blogger and be say, dear, what they all could build your own empire. Now build the BBC studio, nothing. Not you are not doing anything different if you're Pokuaa. What makes you think say we are more intelligent than even the police commissioners in the country? Into who now bet the judge in the country nipa yencheno and nipa ma yencheno. Unim nyansa mo kasa amonto mobo because the way you people think that you can insult President John Dramani Mahama. I was expecting you say can another dem kwaku for the time see na be. I don't know one thing another time one year the same thing one can the same time another. Na ke achewa power sum. Bisa manase zure mu so mo start so mo ye bi and another kwaku for the time no e dey na to omo. And then when you free opportunity to think because what dream say wakotana opportunity ubetuma to ayampia abagana ho. And yes sir you should watch me no ma adwene nyankopon de ma no mesro wo yo ba wo kasa atobo na matima mu ni bi hu nyansa sem e wasem na wo kanum because will you go back to Ghana do simple research and ask the people of Ghana says how kwala no mu didi atem on internet so no ye chi omo no are the people of Ghana happy or not mesro you can say it's assembly ko BBC akọ QQN akọ Al Jazeera for ntwaba o Ghana Al Jazeera for yet Ghana na how we are your culture no ya hihye na Al Jazeera for enka ho Afia Pokuaa what one aborofo no kofa trumu ba Ghana you people were speaking against it meanwhile what countries say brocha say omote ase so monye trumu so why did you speak against it because your culture and your mamere and your man no ye mpene sa ne ma no so we are trained to say you cannot insult elders in the society Afia Pokuaa you know and you ought to know Untimen town kaso akola bi to no di president atemka say president ekunipa president yese president fa nkola na ya chine ko gina court onu ameyi asem na okana no because there are some utterances when you open your mouth and say it you have to have evidence to say it oya akola ntu onaze onim nyansa that lady is about 43 years onya akola o obitima ye obi nana obitima ye obi enana onim nyansa ayenka nkire until you cannot sit there and think that President John Dramani Mahama sebe anomamba bia can wake up any day and then try to insult the president. Afia Pokuaa, you need to use your common sense. But you are lucky say your band here can say tiawa enye. Uno katachie free for the boss so kwa moto mudin kwa sasem na no katachie kwa se no constituency kwa constituency election wa hu shege e kire no. Wa hu ade edi okatachie ho a okofa ade a shege no no katachie na no yatum. And now who say Ghana something is happening there. Something is happening. And ube who beat it online there be or Kenyans assembly. That is where people want to listen. Kwame Baffa Boronye started gigi your man one is ano and no hear TV na hemfa. Say dum. Okay the Jeffrey fa for the record. All this time kwase assembly na kwatena so kwakope ni kurum kwakwa yedo won ha we kan no because people in the society people living in Ghana no e de adwen fufuru bi na aba hu say sa gidi ni patapa no yemfa muman. Ye de nyansa sem e na buman. Presidents and count more much obi hu that be me police for na yo moduma leave them and do their own job me to me din kwase asem na police ne chemia wa chemi because they based on my own kwase asem and the police for chemi former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo say ono as a president also on chinipa na say well wudi kwase asem na say police for chewa e ye wo ne mra e ne kwaka Afia Pokuaa Nana de cars asem no say you were the same journalist and I want it. And then another Dankwa Akufo-Addo one day ye nipa over 50. Nipa over 50. Ebo mugu ano edo mugu bus tintimu to say VIP no. Epio mu nyina dom ko go police sales. Edo mu ko court. Afia Pokuaa you were a journalist there. And I want it. Omode no mo ye. Fix the country for no mo bo mo no hu. Oliver go to police for car. Key Afia Pokuaa na unte man no. And I want it. journalists are more lens in a share one angle. You people are not journalists. And then local media, they Assembly ko BBC out there, NDC call next election on Lusu. We're happy with that. Then how? Well, if you Pokuaa say, won't to about. And this say, I dear bit mama, baby, Lucina bar. What is your problem? Say, Nego, hallelujah, nayo. Because to know NPP ni NPP BAP co-opposition yet it's a one now quite eligible me how Jiska. It is a what is a nejo mama ya the NDC be co-opposition. Say hallelujah now boy me and Kameto Nyomasa. And I'm a boy.
Na mekire wuntumi nyansa wo Ghana ha.
Esen ka oto nyom sa. Na se wan demand to sa nyom na nsa de sister ka wanu tum. Nye na ye party misro president we de chale udi ne ho agora ha agoro bedi wo. Aha president wa ba obehye Ghana se o ye lego no. Hwe wo na wano wa. E na wo to na wo bedi president atem. Ti hwe. Won nsem ya kan kwara se wa dwen wo fom.
You follow the law. Into here then a TikTok are irrelevant. TikToker or no politics, mainstream politics on Kaho, Mukochen. Inti President Mahama.
What mean won't say what from? If you're Pokuaa, what mean from? Do your own research. Where research we are, then you come to tell me the number of Ghanaians, our maybe 18 and above, our more TikTok so. Ubehu, sa battle nipa eneto. However, you're going to make your campaign, why is that campaign? A to bitima eko. We don't only make campaigns on daily graphic. On Peace FM, and I say on a Yuko Dabi, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. You to me a campaign over here. I would say you people, you call yourself educated, but you are not educated enough. You are not educated. Sometimes I find it problematic. Say Nipa Mofra wants say you are the so-called educated people in the country, but you are not educated. Think it's a TikTok and on mainstream media and on account. They have now friend mainstream media and mainstream politics. What the politics as saying?
You follow the law. Into here then a TikTok are irrelevant. TikToker or no politics, mainstream politics on Kaho, Mukochen. Inti President Mahama, ye one kasa, ye see a word to the wise. O second coming no is a legacy. One ye. Obama enim guasia characterize o second coming no. And some of us are criticizing because we want to protect you from enim guasia. Because on crofone ben ono de yodium for. O ko jeli no fragile no ko jeli no. And the judiciary also must be warned. It is not only President Mahama now one year. Omobema.
The ultimate internet so they warn judiciary, right? Well, a German Fatuko, unim nyansa change judges Ghana nyina. And the NPP will be on why to go to court. And then the same court in a go to no court down and society, court gate in and society. Register now multi court on ubi answer sound judges no woman no ubi answer sound and then you Afia Pokuaa are telling us a judiciary must be warned, right? Because Ghana for what TikTok no e kasan sema only evidence to president so and no they were cut TikTok so Afia Pokuaa you did not call the lady say sema okay e betima ko viral e betima ko international and no they en fa ho because enya wu Afia Pokuaa well why are they the Nyankopon say obi ehun na ne say media na haba na de Afia what they wa dan say we ko fa ho a ba bia betra ho na wote no aka ho no aka ho no yasempa kwajo bia boko there. Good evening bro, I hope all is well. Thank you so much for the good work. Please forget about this illiterate lady Usman. Sometimes almost more can seminar uja almost wa chale enye you. Omo kan seminar uja omo enye yi anamebwa. I don't like this woman because she's too known but knows nothing. I'm a judge in Abafo. She knows nothing, but sometimes also they believe say I say when bibi na was also camera sin enim. Opa kanche Afia Pokuaa say camera sin enim onfa meche the camera ko ekite no. Na ono abe kanche president nema president here no e unwise. Politics for unwise. Judges must be warned. Hey. They feel so disgusting to see NDC regime jailing any person who feels to be NPP person. Any a child. Some no problem, Papa. More problem. More problem. Bunty Rabbit say, people are happy how the police are arresting those TikTokers insulting the president. Exactly. And I'm say Afia Pokuaa, and it's will be out here, no. So, go down there, consult him with a down qua. Now the two and can only adwuma bisa ne say adwuma police for na say security agencies here no nipa pe anomompa. Se wutie sa abayo na de na Alhassan Kamila de na judge and say sad trend of people insulting the elders in the society, in the communities, on social media. That is why Oyisu Abayan as a scapegoat, their chairman for say, so much say it's a wise decision. Usuya law, say, all the decisions they were from court, any law. The people judges, say decisions of the court are at the discretion of the judges. If you're a lawyer, you have to know. And at the discretion of the judges, the judge didn't bit me near obey. One test now the co with him. Aha. Sane ya no. Mau TV, asked me to catch you an tomorrow won't be jailed. The judge will say he then working for the outcome from the Supreme Court pulling on the forest concession referral. Are you sure? Well, the answer is possible. They say possible scenarios now the buy and no query. Into them, the bit my auntie say judge in the workers or train the outcome of the Supreme Court then came and papa. So why your case in every nothing I will say come back to Supreme Court. You're watching me from US. That's it. But and you know now no TV and I say 120 Mau TV. Easy and came and papa. But anyway, Doctor do you know? Why are DS what ÄTTäCKED? Oh, Charlie, my idea. You want to be late, but I'm going to join me. Come pa. I'm a World Cup in the Premier League. So that this lady have voters at ID card and she's voted before. Afia Pokuaa Matis almost what does it need to almost a month to about into